a retro gamer and hobbyist artist with a lot of nerve. Crowlister, the master of ponage. Hi guys, Crowlister here with another Let's Play. In this video, I will be playing the game ARMS, one of the earlier releases on the Nintendo Switch, as played on the new console. So, enjoy. Alright, let's see what kind of lovely job my computer and capture card did recording me playing this game. That was sarcasm, by the way. I have a cheap laptop, so the quality of some games will be pretty terrible. Anyway, we're gonna do Grand Prix mode on level 4. See. Anyway, there are 15 playable characters. There were 10 playable in the first run, and then the bosses, as well as a couple brand new characters, were added to the game later for free, back on the Switch original. I'm gonna be Ninjara. I can beat level 4 with every character. You have to play level 4 or 5 and beat the headlock to get the game's true ending and the ending screens to go along with them. And apparently, on levels 6 and 7, you fight Dr. Coyle as the final boss. And Dr. Coyle is far and away the best character in the game, even though I'm awful playing as her. So, yeah, for this video, it's like my computer absolutely struggled to record the video. So, forgive that. That's only one of the many reasons why I prefer to do commentary. Commentary also helps to prevent copyright issues, and it's also good to talk about the game while you're playing it as well. So my very first opponent just so happens to be Misongo, one of the characters that were added to the game. The first stage in the game is on your character's home stage, and then the others will be on the opponent's respective home stages. Misongo can be a bit annoying to fight against, since guarding has a spirit guardian, give him extra protection, and he also gets a buff after he holds a arm charge for a while, based on what color the spirit is. You gotta execute the rush carefully, because if your opponent blocks it, you basically waste it. Alright, so I managed a perfect in the first battle. That's good. It's really annoying if he gets the blue one, because it significantly increases his speed. And being fast is what makes some characters, like Ninjara, the character I'm playing as, relatively annoying to fight against as well. There, I got him. Your earlier fights will obviously be easier, and it'll get harder as you progress. And if you get a perfect, you get 1 extra arms token. The main face of this game, Springman, even though he was an assist trophy in Super Smash Bros., and the character that got to be a fighter was instead Min Min, which in my opinion makes sense. Because Min Min, I think, is Kazuki Yabuki's favorite character in the game, and I think the most popular among fans overall, even though she's not the best statistically. Still, Springman is still considerably the main face of Mega... arms. I almost said Mega Man. I was thinking about Springman from Mega Man 7 and was going to bring it up, so... yeah. Springman can be tough on the higher levels, since he radiates a shockwave that blocks punches after he cancels an arm charge, and he also becomes perma-charged after he gets down to a fourth of his health left. For being an all-around balanced fighter, he can be a pretty decent one. So... it's always a good idea to try to grab the opponent and throw them after you knock down one of their arms. Just be careful about using your grab because it can leave you wide open for attack easily if you're reckless. Eat it. I got perfect again. Now the third and sixth rounds are minigames. This one is basketball, and the other minigames are volleyball and skill shot. We actually got Min-Min in this round. In basketball, you have to try to grab and throw the opponent, and you'll automatically throw them into the basketball hoop. In some cases, it'll miss. And Min-Min might not be the best choice to have as an opponent, since she can back kick and block your grab like that. So this could be a little annoying, even for an early battle. First one to get 10 points wins. You know how scoring works if you know basketball in real life. See, that was a miss. You can also score a hoop on the opponent by landing a rush on them. How you like that, ramen chick? Well, that was easy. Now we move on to increased difficulty. And by a lot, may I add, I freaking hate Kid Cobra Stage Snake Park. The snake boards and the size of the arena make it borderline impossible to land hits on the opponent. And Kid Cobra himself is pretty hard to land hits on in general, with the quick stepping and how fast he jumps. There are only 4 kinds of items in the game. There are bomb balls, which include a regular explosion and an EMP explosion. The normal explosions do heavy damage, while the EMP ones disable you and leave you wide open for the opponent. And then the juices, which include green health juice and yellow rush gauge juice, which replenish the respective gauges while you stand in their field. Those are the only items in this game. Gone with the rush. At least I, broke one of its arms in the process. Oh, come on. It barely hit me. Although Ninjara's warping for blocking punches can be useful in that it totally avoids damage, it usually backfires where rushes are concerned, depending on the opponent's arms. So glad that tournament is over. Seriously, I hate this stage. Oh boy, Ribbon Girl. Ribbon Girl is easily one of the most difficult and annoying opponents on higher levels because of her jumping. Without the right kind of arms, it'll be extremely difficult to land hits on her. And the arms that you do use in the manner, which are like the boomerang or the chakram, are really hard to use in general. As you see, I used a Tri-Blast and a Fist-type arm, which is a good combination for casual players. Yet, it's very hard to land hits on her because she's always jumping. Gotta be careful of bomb balls hitting among the blocks on the Ribbon Ring stage as well. It's extremely difficult to put your guard up at the moment the opponent executes their rush. I try, and I usually fail. Just for the record, I play with the thumbs-up grip, as the game calls it. I do love the idea of gyroscopic controls in some games like this. It's a decent way to get some exercise. Dang it. Horrendously executed rush. Got her with the bomb anyway. Some beautiful demonstration of my laptop struggling to record the video. Kinda like how I'm struggling to land hits on this girl. What, are you supposed to be like the Jigglypuff of arms, or what? For one, they both have multiple jumps in the air, and for another, they're both singers. Awful. Well, at least I broke both of her arms with the last hit, so I can rightfully grab her. Wow. I just couldn't land one more hit on her. I had to win by the 90 seconds expiring. After your 90 seconds is up, the player with the more remaining vitality is the winner, like with other fighting games. For Twin Tail, we're going to be playing the volleyball game. The item bot will bring in a beach ball with a bomb encased in it, and you attack it to send it to the other side. If you grab it, you will charge it up, and another hit after that will spike it to make it go faster. If it touches the ground, or after a little bit, it'll blow up. And the person on the other side of where it detonated will get the point. If somebody gets up to 5 points, that person wins. The ball will blink and show the bomb inside as a warning if it's about to go off on its own. I wasn't able to get perfect. So be it. That doesn't affect your arm's tokens. I'll play the minigame we didn't do, Skill Shot, after I get done with the Grand Prix playthrough. Helix, in my opinion, is a joke character. His body movements are very weird and very slow, and his arms suck. So in my opinion, he's a pretty easy target. You can also hide behind the columns on his stage as well. The Guardian also leaves him wide open for grabbing. Not to mention, of course, we got HP juice right where he is. There you go. Like it matters, you hit me with that dragon beam. Nice try. Yeah. Nice. Eat it. The third perfect of the session. That's kind of how bad Helix is as a character. That's a really good name play. Bite and Bark. Bite and Bark can be a little tricky if you're not careful around Bark, which is the dog, because it can hit you while you're not expecting it. And if Bite jumps off of him, he creates a shockwave that repels attacks, and you can get grabbed easily. If Ninjara's ability to warp instead of guarding attacks works, though, you can legitimately avoid all damage from an enemy's rush. Dang it, Bart got in the way. Oh yeah! Master Opponent brings in perfect number 4. At a pretty late point in the game, no less. Nice try. Dang. Nice try. Robo-noob. Dang it, Bark. Oh well. Horribly executed rush. Alright, I really need to veer to the side. Ah. Quite literally backed in the corner. Nice try. Dang. There we go. Good enough. Kind of funny how there's a character that has a normal human anatomy that constructed a mechanical suit with extendable arms so she can fight in the Arms Grand Prix. The metallic body is sturdy and doesn't flinch easily, and Mechanica can also hover and strafe while charging her arms, making her a pretty usable character. The characters we will not be fighting in this video are the Master Mummy and, thank Arceus Almighty for this, Lola Pop. Master Mummy's not really a threat because he's so big and slow, which makes him very susceptible to hits, and his love of guarding to recover his health makes him more vulnerable to grabs. Lola Pop, on the other hand, is a nuisance at best in this game on the higher levels, because she's always guarding, and the clapback arm that she uses is absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely obnoxious. And she can guard in mid-air, which makes matters worse, and bounce. So, yeah. I'm very happy I didn't have to fight Lola Pop during a YouTube recording. You gotta be careful about using it. Freaking grab me? Well, here, I grab V. Noob. You gotta be careful about using explosive arms like the Tri-Blast, because if it's fully charged and the opponent hits it, it'll blow up and damage you. That happened just before Mechanica threw me. Now, here's a little secret up ahead. If you play level 4 or higher, and you play up to the semi-final without losing a single fight, you go up against Springtron. This guy is absolutely obnoxious to fight against, and you only have one chance to beat him. I'm not even gonna attempt it, because I'm not gonna stand a chance. I managed to beat him with Dr. Coil using the lockjaw arms in a previous playthrough, so I have the Springtron badge. Though it's probably gonna be the only occurrence in quite a while. So, for my own safety, I'm not even gonna bother to fight the Springtron. We'll just go to the grand finale with Max Brass, the commish. Max Brass is the ARMS Grand Prix champion. You have to fight him to become the champ yourself, obviously. His playstyle is similar to Springman's, except after charging his arms, he also becomes a buff, and it reduces the damage he takes and allows him to take hit after hit without flinching. He also becomes perma-buff in addition to being perma-charged at low health. The problem with Springtron is that he's ridiculously fast and almost impossible to land a hit on, and he has that shockwave after he fully charges his arms that disables yours and leaves you wide open. Talk about unfair. So, I'm just doing what's necessary. Yeah. Wow. Awful. And then I actually knocked one of his arms off. Nice. Nice. If you play on level 3 and lower, this is as far as you get. On level 4 and higher, though, there's more. Maybe the very guy that beat Max Brass earlier just now. Anyways, this is Headlock. An ultimate weapon created by ARMS Labs that attacks you at the end of the game. On level 4 and 5. Apparently on 6 and 7, you meet Dr. Coil. Though I'm not someone with the analogy to beat a fighting game on the highest level. So, notice a bit of a difference in the upper left corner of the screen. There is no 90-second limit. You legitimately have to tough this out and actually beat him the right way. And because he triple punches, it can be very difficult to attack at the right moment. So I usually attack him after he attacks, while playing it safe in between. You also want to watch out for his grab, as his throw is very powerful. And his rush attack is a gigantic explosion that can whittle your health down very fast if it isn't guarded against. Makes sense for a boss. So, lo and behold, I legitimately got perfect against him. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, smooth. Real smooth. Charging your arms while you have the chance directly after a dash or jump also helps build your rush gauge, in addition to punching. That one was completely wasted. No grabbing. Come on, come on. Alright. So, there you go. Except for purposely skipping Springtron, I actually legitimately had no losses on level 4. And I had 5 perfects. Not that bad, huh? Then you're shown your results. I still think no losses and 5 perfects on level 4 is pretty impressive. And I'm not that great at fighting games on higher difficulty levels, I mean, so that was a pretty good recording, I'd say. And your character is congratulated and poses with the title belt. I'd agree. And if you beat level 4 or higher, you also get the staff credits, which I'll let you enjoy. Cool fighting game. I like how Ninjara just said Nintendo as his thank you quote for beating the game with him. If you beat the game on level 4, there's also an alternate version of the main theme song that features ribbon girls singing that will occasionally play. These are the different modes that you can play in Versus mode as well, where you can play the mini games and some other games. Let's try a game of 1 on 100. I'm gonna use Ninjara again. I legitimately can beat 1 on 100 with every character. I did it before on the original Nintendo Switch. So it's an errand I can do later, if I really want it. And you get a badge for it, of course. In 1 on 100, it's you against 100 Helix, kind of, experimental clones. The first 10 are stationary, and the ones that come by 10 after that will increase in difficulty, up until the 100th one. Try to survive. After every 10 knockouts, you will be given a ball bomb if you have full health, or HP juice if you've taken damage, to take advantage of. Use your rushes wisely. Although these die with one hit, they can still be quite the nuisance as you progress in a match. if you haven't beaten the game with a character yet, you have to play that character's home stage. Otherwise, if you have, that stage will become available for any character to play with. The main reason why I bought ARMS for my Nintendo Switch was simply because I had my Switch as early as I could possibly get it within the first year. And if you've gotten a game console that's recent and doesn't have a whole lot to play on it, you're more likely to want to try out games that are currently available on it so that you can have a game to play on that console. So I thought ARMS was worth trying, just for that reason. You can use the directional buttons on the Joy-Con while using the thumbs-up grip to change your target and make it easier to land hits on a specific enemy compared to the others. And if you throw an enemy, you'll throw them into one of the others, taking them out as well. The enemies will usually use the native arms of the character you're playing as, though will come out with different ones every so often. Wow. Alright, now for the 100th and final enemy. It'll be one of these guys with Headlock, and this will be fought like an actual opponent. So, really focus, and I recommend attacking only after he attacks, while dashing and jumping the counter. Better safe than sorry, they say. Got my rush ready. You weren't tough. Alright, there's one less character I need to re-beat 1-on-100 with. This is also where you can play free matches and the game's 3 different Grand Prix minigames. Since we didn't play it during the Grand Prix session, I will play a game of Skill Shot right now. In Skill Shot, you basically have to hit as many targets as they appear with one punch as you possibly can. And you also get points for attacking the opponent in the making, of course. All you got. The more hits you get with one punch, the more points you'll get as kind of a combo. I'm destroying him, as you can see. Wow. See that score? Mine compared to his. That's right. So that's what Skill Shot is like. And then we have Headlock, Scramble, and Arms Test. Arms Test is Skill Shot, where your character is given 3 kinds of randomly selected arms, instead of getting to choose which ones you want to use. And then this mode, Headlock Scramble, is a free match where Headlock will appear every so often, and you can temporarily assume its power. As such. Here's what its grab is like. Very powerful. You can only have Headlock for so long, and then it'll appear again after a while. Here's the rush. So yeah. As you rack up arms tokens, you can play Get Arms, where you do skill shot sessions with items you punch out to get arms for every character. Once you have all of them, every character can use any character's arms in the game, and you can even get upgrades for the arms that you already have at random, which will increase their damage by 10 points. I already have all of them, as you can see. There are also badges which you can get for fulfilling certain achievements during the game. There are a pretty large number of them, as you can see. And then there is an art gallery, which they added. You buy the pictures for 50 arms tokens each, except for the ending screens, which require you to beat level 4 with every character, and except for the grand finale pick, which requires all the other pictures to be unlocked in order to unlock it. I'll show you the pictures. We got some promotional art of the characters. We got Springman and Ribbon Girl, like in the announcement trailer. Springman and Ninjara. Springman and Max Brass. Springman and Ninjara again. Ribbon Girl and Mechanica. We got some of the girls. We got Ribbon Girl and Twintail. We got Kid Cobra just hanging out there. Helix kind of out of a tube. Twintail making a pose with her aura. Min Min kicking. Bite and Bark making a pose. Twintel enjoying coffee while reading, and parasol in her hand. Springman cooling off at the gym. Ribbon Girl signing an autograph on a shirt, with Mechanica looking jealous. Ninjara catching the flower pot before it falls. Helix eating some ramen, I guess. Min Min eating some ramen, explicitly. Mechanica entering her armor. Twintel making Misongo try out a suit. Bite and Bark showing the girl the way, with Bark staring at her poodle. Kid Cobra taunting a snake. Lola Pop exercising with the other girls watching her. Basically the Arms Labs-like characters. Master Mummy and Max Brass arm wrestling. Twintel and Springman at the gym lifting weights. Ribbon Girl picking out a new head bow. Helix watching fans drink a Helix drink. Springman eating pizza, yummy. Mechanica relaxing with a bunch of books. Master Mummy shopping for toilet paper. Min Min selling merchandise. Springman watching television. Lola Pop juggling candy, and the commentator is jealous. This is a countdown 1 to 3 pose. Misongo doing some meditation. Mechanica building an arm in Arms Labs. Twintel and Helix drinking energy drinks. Mechanica with Springtron. Bite getting headlocked with Bark coming after him. Dr. Coyle watching him. Springman saving the fan from being hit by a car. We got Lola Pop and Master Mummy with Springman watching them doing some kind of taping. Springman at the sparring ring. Springtron. Dr. Coyle. We got Dr. Coyle in the lab. Holiday-themed picture with Ribbon Girl. Halloween-themed one with Min Min and Master Mummy. Some snakeboarding with Kid Cobra and more. Little celebratory picture. A picture they made to promote the badges once they were added. Some Arms Tour pictures. After that, we have a bunch of origin pictures that are more in it for the text descriptions as opposed to the pictures themselves. That explain the origin of the Arms League in the game, like the backstory, as well as some backstories for some of the characters. Here are the ending screens. Springman, wrapping some belts around his arms. Ribbon Girl singing with her band. Ninjara meditating on post, which we saw earlier. Master Mummy apparently has a family. Min Min cooking some ramen. Mechanica showing her supporter suit. Twintel in a movie. Bite and Bark relaxing at the beach, Bark playing with other dogs. Kid Cobra taking a picture of him and his fans. Helix just chilling out in the lab where he busted out. Max Brass has another title belt to add to his collection. Lola Pop at a circus. Misongo with some of his fans and a dinner at the temple grounds. We got Springtron with a fan with a hand holding a photograph. And we got Max Brass helping Dr. Coyle out with some kind of creation. And finally, the grand finale picture, which you get for getting all the other pictures in the gallery, showing everybody dressed up. So with that wraps up my Let's Play of ARMS for my channel. Consider subscribing or at least checking out my channel if you like the franchises I have listed here, because I do play and talk about them a lot and would like to continue doing so for my channel. I am a hobbyist artist as well that makes fan art of a lot of different characters, currently working on the Smash characters, and will occasionally do a Let's Play of some other games that I feel like trying out, whether they be some arcade game or one of the games on the Nintendo Classics apps. I have quite a lot planned for my channel, to be honest, so consider checking me out if you're interested. So with that, wraps up this video. I am Colister, Master of Ponage. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next upload, whatever it might be.